Folks, before we get the episode started here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Support the mission. Support the rocket ship. Let's get down to business. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Another edition. Bob the Sports Podcast. Beautiful, beautiful time here in Scottsdale, Arizona, fellas. And I'm not just saying it. I really think the boys had a ball. You got Giuseppe D to my right. You got Ben Yamin on over there to the corner, who we're sharing bunk beds with, believe it or not.
We are.
We are bunk buddies. By the way, what a tough. The beds are bad. The talks have been really good prior. Like, I feel like we've been having good chats going for.
Jets a big time.
Yesterday we got a little
Secretly,
chippy.
the thing is,
That's
so
chippy.
We got a little chippy yesterday
did.
in a good way. That me and Jet are best when we get a little chippy with each other, it's a really positive thing. You know where I'm going with
yes,
that?
no, I think you're
Help
right.
me out with that.
Because we have it's a respectful chippiness.
Yes.
it's like a
So what?
chippiness.
Yeah.
it's like a respectful chippiness. It's like trying to get the best out of two people. You know what I mean?
Things? Do you feel like things get accomplished?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You know what I actually like about in our arguments is when we'll admit when one or the other, right? Like if we'll be going at it, and then like if one of us makes a good point, we'll be like, good point. But like
It's
I get
true.
that. I see what you're saying. To where I find it to be a very mutual thing.
I've come away from a lot of arguments with Bob with a different opinion on the matter, like with a changed opinion on a certain matter. Whereas I don't do that. Like I don't get that.
Sounds beneficial.
Yeah, but he does as well with me, I think. But even in Quail, when we did the wheel adjust to determine who there were, I think somebody had to sleep in a.
I think it's
It's the wheel. The wheel is
wheel-
just.
The wheel is just, but there was
wheel
there were,
cannot be
there were
negated.
five guys.
negated it.
There were 5 guys, 4 rooms.
You did negate
So somebody had to share a room.
Correct.
So we did the wheel of just to determine who would share the room. And secretly, like everybody's like, "Oh, I want my own room," and like I did want my own room, but I also enjoy like just a late night
yeah.
like
Jet and I got
just
after it.
yeah. So I was with Perez and Quail, and we just talked about Bob the Sports, and we talked about content. We just talked about shit all night, and it was a good time.
It really is. That part is enjoyable, no question about it. Although you did disrespect the wheel in Quail, which you can't do. There's no.
Well,
we had
that
a
was
good
on the
thing-
way
I did
back.
not- that was-
that was a forced situation with the wheel that I can understand where he was coming from. It was a rental car snafu. It was 100% my fault.
Well, yes, that's for sure.
It's
Yes.
100% on me.
Nobody's denying that.
But to bring the wheel in on that where I needed a favor,
But-
it was sort of like. Is that what you're talking about?
But yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's to put into context.
yeah. Put that in context.
We had to get back to the airport in San Jose.
Yes.
And Perez's flight left sooner. For some reason, he was eerily calm and felt like it was like we had hours to spare.
I didn't
Jet was
realize.
like, let's go. Where we ended up going was to a Taco Bell
That's right.
and sat in the parking lot for 45 minutes.
That's right.
While I'm not just going to say Perez because everybody except for me had Taco Bell. And Jet was like, let's go. And then we realized, oh, shit, we're going to be late. Perez is going to miss his flight because I think it got changed or something
No,
happened.
it didn't.
It
I
didn't
just
get
didn't. I didn't
He
look.
just wasn't aware.
I flat out did not
And
look
so
at when my flight
we spun the
left.
wheel to see who would have to take the rental car back
we had to drop
before
off Perez.
going in. And Perez was like, listen, dog, like, I kind of don't want it to be me.
He said dog.
It ended up
definitely
going down
said
to
dog.
Jet, and Jet's like, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not taking it back. So in the light of things, Ticket actually stepped up to the plate
did.
and went and brought it
Yeah,
back.
well,
but
hold
I
on.
can't air
No,
on
but
Jet.
hold on.
But he disrespected the wheel.
Okay,
He-
but the thing is, it was a specific circumstance. Like when it comes to the airport specifically, I don't fuck around. So like the wheel cannot come. Like I go to the airport early. I'm like a middle-aged dad. Like I pick up the kids. If we have a 5 p.m. flight, we're leaving at 9 a.m. to the airport.
That's
we
smart.
get there so we can get through security, so we can sit at the gate for 2 hours and not
hate that.
miss our flights. At the same time, I didn't feel like I should pay for the sins of, like, I'm not Jesus. I'm not going to pay for Perez's sins.
Well, and by the way, the wheel is an app on the phone where you put the names in and it randomly spins and selects at random
Yes.
who is
The wheel
going
is
to
fair.
be.
The wheel is just.
So if your name gets chosen, you're automatically off the duty list.
And is the wheel? Is that from the yak? Is that from the yak? Is that where we?
Well, I think that's
Many
where we got
people
the
have
idea.
used the wheels, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we got the idea.
That's what I'm saying. That's right. I just want to shout. I just want to make
But it's a good way for us to decide who's going to be sleeping in what room.
And
This way
also-
nobody's upset.
And I would say, to be fair, Jet was very vocal about how much time we were taking before the airport. So I think coupled with the fact that he wanted to leave,
Yeah.
then it was like, you didn't listen to me, so now I'm fucked. No,
But
I'm
even
not
yeah,
doing it.
but
well-
even so, specifically the airport, and then also driving, like having to me driving that rental to drop it off and then rush back to the airport when I was already like stressing out about being late. It would have been I was just like, this is not like this would be a bad situation.
On the way back, Perez wanted to go through Pebble Beach, Spanish Bay, and all that, which I got to say
17-mile
was
drive.
pretty.
It was
pretty
cool.
Yeah.
that was nice.
It was
That had
pretty
to
cool.
happen.
The Taco Bell parking lot was not nice,
That-
but the Pebble Beach
But
drive
the craziest
was
thing,
nice.
well, also too, because Perez ordered respectfully 8 tacos, so it took him a while to put down those tacos, and usually Perez is really good with
Logistics, time.
really good, and he's just
Yeah,
sitting there.
Well, I said, and this was what I said for the amount that FP does in terms of booking, even this Airbnb that he got us in Scottsdale
Tremendous.
is unbelievable. And he books all the flights and all that. So I said, you know what? With all things considered, I think he deserved a pass.
We all
he
make
really
mistakes.
did.
We all
Perez
make
not-
mistakes.
Perez not only will book our flights, he puts our confirmation codes. Like he'll even put like our mileage reward
He's
numbers.
the best. He's like a travel
Yeah,
agent.
so by no means are we harping on Perez here, but I do think we need to start respecting the wheel, Benjamin, because I think that
That's
could come
fair.
back
And
to bite you in
again,
the ass.
I will respect the wheel. I just knew it would have been a bad situation. If you want to make up for it and say, hey, like next time you got to do this, that's
fair.
fine.
Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
I don't fuck with the airport. It's as
Right.
simple as that.
Remember you said that.
Yeah.
On another
Yeah.
note, I want to say, how great is Scottsdale?
Fantastic.
I feel like, and Perez, you were with us on the last trip, but this is now my 3rd time here with Bob Does Sports, and this place is just the best.
Yeah,
no,
we've-
Jet?
I love Scottsdale.
Like, I think Jet is at some point going to retire here.
I
When
mean,
when all is said and done, Jet is going to be a desert guy.
the Scots, it's just good vibe. Like it used to be Wickenburg. Scottsdale is just a chill place. The vibes are great. You can look in the distance and see mountains. Like the weather's nice outside of the summer. There's golf everywhere. People seem cool.
what about the
chill place.
snakes and scorpions
So, yeah,
and
I
the
mean,
lizards?
I haven't encountered one yet, but that would be a problem for sure.
Bobcat. We did
We saw
run, we ran into a
bobcat.
bobcat on one of the holes yesterday.
Yeah.
Perez
That
was
was
getting up
sketchy,
into
dude.
its grill.
I looked at the ticket.
He was going up in
Perez
there. I'm like, yo,
loves nature and
Yeah,
he loves
I know.
animals. He's very into that.
Tell us
He
about
said
that. Perez.
afterwards, he said to me, he goes, did you see that thing? I was like, yeah. He's like, that was fucking sick. And he's like, on another note, though, if that thing wanted to, it would have fucked my shit up.
Oh, 100%. That bobcat, if that bobcat just turned to me and was like, I want some of that, he would have rocked my world.
Well, you had an iron. You could just smack it in the head.
That
with
iron would have done nothing. That iron might have like slowed it down, but I'm not going to get enough shots on that bobcat before it does significant damage to me.
It would have leapt.
Yo, yeah, dude. Like I'm
Like,
gonna hit it out of the air.
It would have leaped 20 feet and just.
I can't. I can barely hit the green from 200 yards. You think I'm gonna hit a fucking flying bobcat going through the air after my
Well,
neck?
don't say barely hit
The
the green.
Scottsdale
Yeah,
Flying
yeah.
Bobcat.
'Cause
I looked at ticket at one point where we're in the fairway. This thing is 50 yards, 40 yards away from me, and it's kind of like stalking something. I don't know what it was doing, and I looked at ticket and I was like, ticket. I think it wants a belly rub. That thing looks like it just wants a little rub on its little bobcat tummy. I'm gonna go over there and say what's up, and then I got kind of close to it to get a golf ball, and it made one small move in my direction to start walking, and we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say. Just the animals. Even like when you hit the ball a little bit OB, which
Yeah,
they
you do a quick glance.
Yeah, it's with the snakes
like a quick
and you got to
walk and go.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
No Pro V1 is worth a rattler.
No.
No Pro V1.
A Pro
Pro
V1
V1X though.
A Pro V1
maybe.
X case is not worth a rattler.
Now, I do want to get into, and we're not going to give anything away because we're going to have that video coming out, so we don't want to spoil it. But monster day today, filming with Max Homa, and I'll get your boys' thoughts on it. But also, I will say, we've had a lot of guests between the Brilliantly Dumb Show, Bob Does Sports, throughout. I can honestly say that I think that'll go down as one of my favorite guests we've ever had. He couldn't be classier. He couldn't be more on brand with us in the sense of his sense of humor. He talks shit, which we like, and just such a good dude. Tremendous video.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, I mean top to bottom.
loved him.
The dude. I mean, I rode in the cart with him all day, and he's hilarious. You know, he's got our kind of vibe where it's not like just like loud funny. It's like super dry and like bars and fucking. He's just great, dude, and he's just a guy. Like he could be the dude at the Dodgers game, like in like you know go show up for a 9 to 5 selling fucking you know cars or something. But he's just one of the best players in the world, and you know he's cool as shit, man.
What I loved was it didn't take long at all for us just to really get in sync with them. Sometimes, you know, even if they're cool or they're like, you know, they're down to earth, they're good guys, you gotta find your vibe with them. You know, it takes time to kind of feel them out. They feel you out, and then you can kind of pick your spots with them. With him, I feel like maybe after hole 1, going into hole 2, by hole 3. I mean, we were dancing on the green. We were not holding anything back.
Well, we ran into him. We've met him at
but we haven't really had like a. I mean, we had a conversation with him in Memphis when we saw him for the media day.
Yeah.
But like aside from that, I mean, he follows us on you know social media, and we you know hit him back up and here or there. But like aside from that, we've never met him like out like and just hanging out with him. Sure. And it was like. Even when we played before with Bryson or with Bo, we knew for a while, but like you kind of feel it out for a little bit. And I felt like there was really no time before we felt like we could just do our thing and be ourselves. And he bought right into it. It was so fun.
Yeah, it's true. Usually it does definitely take a little bit. Something too that was wild was we were waiting kind of by the clubhouse, and we were early because, like you were saying, Perez, which is true. We don't want him to beat us to the course. Like we obviously wanted to be first to the course. There's overseeding going on in Arizona, so there's so few courses open, so we were only able to do 7:40 tee time. We're all waiting by the clubhouse, thinking, you know, waiting for home, and then we're like, all right, shit, we'll just go hit balls at the range. He's already at the range hitting balls at what 7:15 in the morning.
Well, we didn't see him when we got there at 7. We never saw him, so he must have been there before that.
I was on the putting green. And I was on the putting green. I didn't recognize. He must have been all the way at the end because then Bob and Perez drove up, and they're like, you know, some guys just want it more. And I was like, well, I do want it a lot. And then I look around, and Homa was walking by the green. I
didn't know you hadn't seen him yet.
Oh, he's talking to Homa. So I didn't see him. I did not see him at that point. I had no idea he was out there. But this guy, and as if he needs any practice, this guy is like I said to Bob. Sometimes there's like on the golf course. You know, like they have the flyover or whatever, and they're like, hit your shot on the left side of the fairway and then play it. Every time he would make the perfect shot to exactly where he needed to be. I think he maybe missed one fairway.
He hit a shot from.
He missed one fairway.
He missed one fairway. He ended up in a desert, and he hit a pretty nice shot out of it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he's like.
Not to give anything away, but yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm not trying to.
It's unbelievable.
He did. And I think that was the one missed fairway he had all day, and it was on a rope. It was like just a direct line, and he was just cool as fuck. Like he was just cool.
Yeah,
he didn't want to lose either. Not like he was super competitive.
Yes,
you could tell all day that like, you know, we had some back and forth in the beginning. We did some good stuff, and like you could just see in him that he was just like, no way, I'm not. This is not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah,
like,
which made it really fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was great. It's not like he was just like, yeah, whatever, like we'll go. It was just like he was just like, no, like we're not doing that.
Yeah,
like, and I think whatever. And I talked to him about it in the thing. I was kind of fucking with them, and I was like, you know, look, it seems like seems like you kind of play up to your competition here a little bit, like talking about us. And he's like, you kind of guys are kind of like pushing me a little bit, like, you know, not going to give away what happened, but like, I mean, he wanted it today.
You got to remember too. Foreplay had him on, and I thought those guys played really good against him. They had 4 people playing against them to where if you add that one extra person, we had me, Perez, and Cuts, it is tough.
Changes things.
Some may argue Perez is like 2 people.
No, it makes a huge difference when you go from
putting is big.
2 to 3 to 4.
Huge.
The putting is the biggest.
Yes, you see an extra putt. it's just one more person to hit a shot. I mean, you could have the two best golfers, like 4 competent golfers are going to always be better than 3 when you go into stuff like that.
You know who I wish we will want to get another shot at is, and we didn't have Fat Perez there and Big Wave Dave's a stick, but we were so bad when we played
Bo Hostler.
And I do feel like as bad as we could be, very well documented, I do feel like we've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, and it wasn't the
really
first.
do.
Bo Hostler was the first one, and you kind of came in there not taking it very serious. It was
True.
like
We're
we're just gonna
adults.
fuck around and play, and like it's cool to be out there. I think if there was another match with Bo, it would be a lot closer.
Yeah.
An 18-hole match, Perez is in it. I mean,
By the way,
and it's taken seriously.
Perez played
agree.
today almost as good as I've ever seen him play.
It's
I mean, it's. I know that we
He
say
did.
this; it's like a reoccurring theme. No, Perez was so dialed in, and it's like I feel like he knows sometimes that Bob and I sometimes we just take holes off, and it's like we expect him. It's like, oh, we still have Perez,
true.
and it's like he comes up. It's so rare that he doesn't come up big in the big moments.
I think since Perez has left his full-time job and
the
came
golf's
on
gotten way
Bob
better.
Does Sports full-time, he's gotten to be a better golfer, which is kind of frightening.
He also gives it that extra step. He steps it up extra for the bigger matches.
Yes,
he is a
that is
gamer.
true. Do you
Like he
agree
stepped.
with that?
I mean, you say it yourself, Press. You can. There's times like if it's just you two against them, like you take it seriously. But
Sure.
a bigger match, you step up.
I
I'm
agree
a
with
competitive guy. I mean, all jokes aside, and like I like to get after it, and we, poke fun at me in ways, and I love that shit. But like at the end of the day, like there was a point in my life for a long time that I was very serious about the game of golf and playing in high school, playing in college, playing state events. To me, like these moments. I mean, it is ridiculous to say like playing Max Homa on a video on the internet, but to me, it's like I've been in bigger situations golf-wise, things that have meant more to me, that are bigger for me. So,
Damn, dog, that was my Super Bowl today.
no, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's not big. But
I
like,
was scratching and clawing.
The
at
moment-
it.
You played
The
great
Virginia
too.
State
Yeah.
Open.
the moment doesn't get away. Like the moment doesn't get too big for me. Is how I feel. Like when I'm out there, it's not this shot. If I've got an 8-iron to a green, how many times have I hit this shot? So it doesn't matter that you guys have missed the green and it's all falling on me. That doesn't matter. It's the same 8-iron swing. It's the same yardage. No matter
I
what
still feel bad
get
when
into
we do
vacuum.
it.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I get into a vacuum. I get into my space and I hit a golf shot and then I come up out of it.
I would love to see like what's going on. Like even you throw the jet in there, like when we do some of the scramble tournament, like what's going on in each person's head prior to a shot between all of us, I think would be fucking. And you don't want to go in there
You would
for
be
me. I'm
shocked
telling
at
you.
what little is happening in my mind.
And
Yes, yeah, I wish I
that makes a
could
lot of
see the
It is
sense.
silence.
Yeah, it ain't silence in my head.
But you got to be thinking about something.
No, but
Thinking about
it's-
the yardage, I make a commitment, but once I get over the ball and I've committed to the golf shot that I'm going to hit, there's nothing there.
Is it not? It's complete
It's just-
muscle
it's
memory
action.
for
It's-
you.
it's-
It's
you
muscle
agree with
memory.
that?
I mean, I tell you what, if it's silence in his mind, it's cymbals clashing in mine. Because I am all over the place. And I think you're similar to me. Like, I actually like to have Bob with me when I'm playing because I will be like, I've fallen apart. And he and I kind of have like this unwritten code where we just bring each other up. And Perez will do it too, but I think Perez at some point will be like, dude, just shut up. I'm
Yeah,
going to bring you
that's
back. I don't need to hear about how bad a shot you just made. Let me do my thing. And I've gotten to know that, and I kind of stay away. But with you and I, we're very similar in the sense that we suck. Like, we can make big-time shots, but we also don't. So we kind of have this unwritten pact where we just kind of bring each other up.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Our cart, though, is like from one hole to the next. It is like it's like different people.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
will be on the highest of highs, and then all of a sudden it's like we lost a hole, and it's like, man, what the hell?
Have
are we
you
doing
ever
here,
been
bro?
standing over a ball like in one of these and you're just like, one, either like I'm fucked on this shot, or two, like as you're going back, you're like, hit the fucking ball. Like, don't
There
fuck
have
this
been
one up.
times when I'm standing over a ball when
Look at him,
I'm
look at
so
him.
bad, and I'm like literally in my head thinking like, thousands of people are watching me right now just implode.
So I think that thought for most golfers is more common than thinking nothing.
yes, of course.
Yeah, but
100%.
that's
But
Thousands of
but
people
Perez,
watching
you're
it
looking
is
you're
what it
looking
is
at
not.
me. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No,
Most people
look,
think
I
like
understand what you're saying, but to me, that is horrifying.
Yeah.
You must find a way to not be thinking that way.
Well, it doesn't happen often,
No,
but when
not
I
all the
shank
time.
one off
It
the
happens,
tee box,
though.
It
Yeah.
can't happen.
it's not a good look.
It happens, yeah.
You will never hit a good shot when you are something pops in your head within the swing. I don't care what the hell it is.
Well, it's not during the swing. It's before.
Well, it can
He
be.
was saying, like,
So the
it
oh,
swing
can
is
be.
already hex.
You don't,
Well,
sometimes, yeah, it can be.
I even going through sometimes. I got some shit going
Or like
on
I love
there.
demons.
Yeah, it doesn't end there.
It doesn't even have to be about
But
golf.
I will
it could be
say
anything.
this. I will say, as bad as you and I can be, I do feel like
AJ Minter.
as we're getting more and more into this is becoming this is our jobs now. I feel like we've gotten a lot better than where we were.
Oh, you guys are without question better.
Oh, good for
That's
us,
all right. Let's
dog.
go.
That's
Let's
sick.
go.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
you got,
So,
oh
FP?
yeah, it's not even
Like I will
close.
have a hole where I play really good, and I'll have a hole where I play horrific. But I used to have holes where I would just play horrific hole after hole after hole after hole after hole.
But you put in.
Joe's
You play
consistency.
20 rounds a week now. Like that makes sense.
Not really. I play 1 to 2 rounds a week.
Cut seat.
You think so? You think
Yeah,
You
you play
no,
more
it's
than
more.
you
that?
play
Play
5
4
to
or 5
6 rounds a
rounds,
week.
yeah.
But your
Lately.
consistency off the tee is way better than when we started.
That's true.
You always
I
had the
agree with
long
that.
ball,
Yeah.
but you would hit these sporadic shots. It was never like I can trust that I'm going to get a long ball down the middle off cutsy. Now it's more surprising when you don't hit a fairway with driver. And for you, Bob, the distance that you've gained,
Yes.
versus when I started playing with you, it's like you're up with me, you're out driving me, and you were 30, 40
It's that
yards behind me.
stealth.
It is a stealth, and it's more. And I think
It's not.
confidence.
It's just stealth. Bob.
Playing. Yeah, it's not the stealth. It's
No,
playing
it's
more.
bi-
It's
yeah,
confidence.
it's swinging.
You're swinging harder. You're swinging more consistently. Like before, you were a little kind of like you were just sort of like very much thinking about each point in your swing.
correct.
And now you're just free swinging because I think you've seen good golf shots, and you get a little more compression on the ball. Taking that
Yeah,
divot, so
I
that-
want to. Yeah,
Your
you hit
irons-
great golf shots.
Your irons
Both of
today and yesterday have been very good.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
You hated them because they were those tungsten irons
I
that
just hate
TaylorMade
the
sent you. But
color.
The
who
copper
cares?
ones, yeah.
Who
I'll
cares what it
buy-
looks like? I mean, you're bombing them.
I'll buy any irons that are like I love the matte black. ones. I like
yeah.
it
They're just
instantly
cool, yeah.
looks so much better. Yeah.
I might get a stealth now.
Well, and Bob,
That'd
you
be a
also
problem.
went from
You like the wood.
Yeah. You have your driver's great, both of you. But you went from the like sim kind of very much player improvement, game improvement
Yeah.
irons that a lot of offset, very thick soles. Which when you first were playing, those were the right clubs for you. You are better than that now. And now that you've gone into these P790 copper ones that you
Yeah.
have, they're still hollow bodied. There's of that line, there's still the right ones, but when you look down at it, it's not this massive clunky thing.
Yes.
You can take a little bit more divots. There's way more shots that you can hit with these irons. They're the right irons for you.
I need to buy
Right
new
now.
irons. I've had the same
You
irons
need
for
new
5,
irons, yeah.
6,
Yeah, you do. I
for
can't
6,
believe-
7 years.
I can't
If anyone's
believe that,
listening.
Yeah, I looked when
I mean, TaylorMade,
Anybody,
Callaway,
Callaway,
whoever. I mean,
anyone.
I like the Mizunos. They're good, but
Yeah.
they're old. Now, Perez, I have a question because this is something I struggle with, and you're a more advanced golfer. People tell me, oh, you should get lessons like this. I'm scared to go to get lessons because I feel like I would regress significantly for like 6 to 8 months. Well, maybe that's not a bit excessive, but like 4 to 6 months where my game would go down the trash heap if I'm trying to reinvent my swing. So I almost just feel like I just have to learn to deal with the bad kinks that I have in my swing now and just get more repetition. I don't know what the best end solution is, though.
Sure, I think there's a couple schools of thought. I think what you're generally hinting at is probably a reality to some extent. The level of regression on the front end is probably it's hard to say what that's going to look like. But for somebody that's just starting out in the game of golf, has never swung a golf club before, they're going to benefit significantly from lessons. It's going to make them a better player from the first one straight through. Someone that has learned to manage their golf game and is a golfer that might not be doing things the right way, either if it's grip or setup or swing plane, but you've been managing to do it.
Yeah.
You expect this level of play that a new golfer wouldn't, right? So they're gonna change you to something that feels completely uncomfortable in some ways. Not completely, but there'll be things that will be way out of your comfort zone. It's gonna take you're gonna see. You're not going to see like, oh, I took a lesson in like, there it is. Like I figured it out. You're gonna see a little bit of like, that feels uncomfortable. I hit a couple good shots, but I hit a couple bad ones. And it's tough because like a normal person, a weekend golfer that goes to do that can deal with that. I think we're in a weird, very specific situation where we kind of do this for a living. So it's almost like you can't afford to get a 2 or 3 months where you're trying some new overhaul.
Yes.
That's affecting
Would
you.
be
And
good for content.
It would be good for
It would be
content in some ways.
very good for
but
content.
I know
it's
I
gonna be
bend that
so-
elbow, and it's like trying not to
Yeah.
bend the elbow is like it's basically like I can't swing.
Well, there's a reason that you have to do that. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And I talked the very first time we had dinner in Pinehurst, I talked to you about it. It was your grip.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
remember
It
you
was your grip. And we started talking. We started
You
talking for
fucked
15
him up.
minutes later. You really
fucked
somewhere along the lines, he's just like, he hasn't said a word. He's just
He had
like,
his fork.
he just goes, you really think my grip's off? And I was like,
Yeah, he had his
what? I
fork,
like,
and he
I said
was
that
like trying. I'm like,
I said that
oh,
like 20 minutes
he's this
ago.
guy's he's in a bad way.
But that's what
come
it is.
tomorrow.
You're so
Yeah.
strong with your
was
grip that
blasted.
you can't.
Yes, you are.
You
Yes,
can't
you
get there with a
absolutely
straight
were.
arm. So like you have to bend it with that grip. So, and look, a grip change for a golfer is probably the number one most uncomfortable thing you can
Oh.
do. It's how you hold the club. It's how you interact with the ball. So when you change that, it's like a brand new thing.
You know what was amazing to me watching, because like as much fun we were having with Homa and stuff like that, it was fascinating to watch him swing and watch him read a putt. He treated every single putt like he reads it when you watch him on
Yes.
TV. He walked around. He does that thing with his finger, which I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
any
He
of it
stands
means.
behind if the pin's there, he puts his back to the pin, looks at the ball, and then turns around and does the other.
What he's doing is he's straddling his line with his feet. So he's feeling the break. He's feeling the elevation in his feet throughout the putt. So he's taking steps and he's seeing, oh, that my right foot feels a little lower than my left foot. Not so much on this step. So he's reading the break and then he's getting behind it and he's essentially picking he's established how much, and the number of knuckles is how much break it is. It's a very crazy system, but that what he did today and the way that he goes about his routine and business is a perfect example of how you get that good at golf. Because he treats every single putt the same. So when he's out on tour, you go through the same routine. So when you're out there, it's just doing what I do back at home. I'm just doing
It was
exactly what I did back at
fascinating
home.
to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
is.
mean, the thing that was the craziest to me was the putts that he was hitting. First off, he ain't three putting.
Never.
That ain't
Oh,
happening.
that
No,
doesn't exist.
Not out
that,
here.
that ain't happening.
Not with those green speeds. No
See, he's
chance.
not three putting, and when they put the ball, when he hits his putt, okay, if I hit a big putt, that thing's coming scorching in there. It's got to rattle around. It's got to really tuck it home. He was hitting every putt that he hit was the dead center cup. It's not even like he was making it just a little to the right
just
and a rim.
rolling it.
It
Perfect
was
pace, dead center.
Yes. Every.
Were you
single-
impressed yet?
I was very impressed. Yeah.
Because I mean, you're filming all this. I mean, we're playing and trying to, but like just from like a
No,
standpoint.
the thing where on the greens was fascinating to me when he turned around, because I watch a lot of golf. You don't see guys a lot of times turning around and standing in between the pin and their ball marker and looking around. Normally they look from their pin, they'll stand in between and straddle that line. He did that. He did the aim point. Yeah, I mean it was, and then he just rolled everything.
You know what I
was-
like too that he did? Bo did the same thing, and it's because Bo knew you too. I like when he gets the jet involved, or
Yeah.
like ticket. You
Yeah.
see the ticket, and you see the jet talking.
Well, we
and
had
getting
we had
involved.
issues with the ticket at one point.
About what?
Well, Homa was hitting. So a couple things. It was cart path only. It was cart path only.
Ticket's about to take an absolute
Lose to the ticket.
beating right now.
No, so we had we
I'll
had
put you two in the bunk beds tonight.
it was cart path only. So and he outdrove you guys every time by 60 to 180
Correct.
yards.
Oh, yeah.
So
not on hole 3.
not on 3. So
right.
I had a bomb.
so
Yeah, it's
because
more
it
an
was
angle than anything.
because it was cart path only, instead of being able to drive to him from you, we would film your shot and then we would just hustle down to Homa. So you do like an 100-yard dash, which by the way, separate topic. But have you seen those memes of those people at the football games and they're looking at the football field and it's 100 yards and they're like, "There's no way I'd hit a pitching wedge to get from one end zone to the other." Have you seen that? It's all over the place.
like
Okay,
that
but back
too.
to the thing, because it looks like when you're watching a football
What in
game,
the
that
world?
looks like a
That's so-
300-yard
yeah,
par
that's really
four.
good.
Yeah.
So okay, but anyways, I can't believe you never see that. So he at one point, so there's a lot of blind shots there where not blind shots, but where you
Elevation,
tuck
yeah.
pins or elevation so you can't see. So he'd hit the ball and he'd always be like waiting for a reaction from the ticket, and the ticket just not to any of fault of his, but he just doesn't. Normally, there's no reactions to give. You know what I mean? Like you guys are hitting him all over the place.
Yeah.
But Homa would always be like, "Where's that? Like, where's the tick? Like, what's going on?" And then like I told the tick on one hole, and then like the next hole, tick's like, "What a fucking shot!" Like, when it came in.
No, I think Homa. I joked about with Homa. I said he shot the ball and Ticket went like this. He was like.
Yeah, he gave him the.
It
was a touchdown. It was like the
I was
forecast.
like, meanwhile, we couldn't get it. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I got such
But
a
he
kick
was.
out of
There
that.
were shots where he'd hit and you wouldn't know where it landed,
Yeah.
and then you'd get to the green and it was 5 feet from the cup.
The one time you're talking about, though, I think Homa was talking to him
was up
on
at
the
the
green.
green.
And we were
yeah.
trying to shoot, and Jet's like, where's Ticket? I can't see the ball right now. But Bob was like, let him be.
Yeah.
Let him be, because he was
Yeah.
holding
I
good.
know.
They were having a good
Homa's
dialogue.
talking to Ticket up at the green, and Ticket, rightfully so, is filming whatever he's saying. We are hitting wedges over a bunker where Jet behind us can't see where it lands. So I think you hit a shot, and the first one, he's not facing the thing. And Jet, and just in Jet mode, it's just like, what's the Ticket got his camera on? I can't see where that lands. He's like, I need the camera on the green. And we're like, he's talking to him.
You know what, too? What
He was
the
like,
reason-
Ticket. the flag.
I like
what
when
happened.
Jet and Ticket get involved too, like with whoever it is, and because one could make the claim, I think Jet and Ticket are funnier than us.
Oh,
Yeah,
a lot of
Ticket had a
times.
great line at
Ticket
lunch
had- A lot
of
today.
times. Oh,
When we were at
so
lunch, and we're all
good.
talking about like the tour and all this stuff and everything. We're asking Homa all these questions, and Tick goes, "Okay, now in all serious, let's get to seriousness. What's better, Griffith Park or Harding or Wilson at Griffith Park?" And we started dying.
Yeah, I mean they could spit more bars than us to where like when they get involved, I even like when we're in videos where you talk back to us or you talk shit to us. I just think it makes it so much more fun. And I think you guys got a lot to give. Homa was loving you guys.
Yeah.
Same thing with Bo, the back and forth that
It's
Bo
also
had.
interesting to see because Max, you could tell, is like he knows the internet game. He knows YouTube
Yes.
at least. I mean, he's got a day job, but he knows, like he was talking about stuff he watches. So like they get the content. So when you're out there with a camera, they know like
He
they're
was
not on tour
yeah.
where they just play golf.
He was
and,
resharing stories that I had put
Yeah,
on Instagram as we were going to the next hole.
But even on the
I was like,
course,
this guy's dialed
even
in.
on the course, they have the awareness to like talk to the camera. Whereas
Yeah.
on the tour, they just the
True.
cameras follow them.
Yes.
I think that him having done that video with Foreplay before,
Yeah.
I think that probably gave him a
Yeah,
sense of
but
like
even-
what the production.
But even with
is sorta
Foreplay,
like.
we played with Foreplay. It's more similar to the tour in the sense that they mic everybody up. They do all this
Yeah.
stuff. Whereas here with us, you got to talk a little to the camera, and he knew exactly how
was dead on.
to navigate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it makes
Good
so
people.
I think there's a lot of guys too. I mean, not to say that we wouldn't have them on because we definitely would, but there's a lot of guys on tour that are really big names that you would think would be great to have on, and it would be awesome because they're a really big name. But in reality, the better video that you're gonna get are the guys that get it and get the flow and the humor. Perfect example, Bo Hostler. Like, yeah, he's
Well, Homa's a big name, and he's good with that.
Yeah,
too.
I mean it's definitely both. I just think there's some names out there. Again, not to say we wouldn't have them on because I think we definitely would, but it wouldn't be as good of a video as you could bring a guy, one of
It's
these
also
guys
hard
on.
to
got
tell too
personality.
because like we talked about this before. Sometimes what you see on tour from these guys, they're
Yeah.
kind of in their mental state, like Perez talks
100%.
about. Like when you watch Bo on playing in a tournament, he's nothing like he was when he played with us. And so there's guys who I wonder, even like a Patrick Cant, like gives nothing, or Xander Schauffele gives nothing. But if you were to bring him into our world, I don't know what we would get. I really don't know.
Max said Xander.
Yeah,
has it
so
for
like,
sure,
I would love
which
to have
makes
Xander.
sense.
Apparently, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's-
But I'm saying that's the thing is I think they're so dialed in on the course sometimes that you just don't know. Tony Finau looks like he give you nothing. He might be amazing. So sometimes I agree with what you're saying, but sometimes it's also hard to tell because they're just trained to be robotic on the course.
Yeah, no,
it's their job.
Yeah.
Their job is not to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Their job is to go out there and play good golf. That's how they earn a living out there. So that's why these guys, I think the ones that have come to do this stuff with us, enjoy that platform where they can still do what they do for a living, and that's play golf, but show themselves to the world.
The beautiful thing is the more guys that we start to do this with, the more doors it will start to open up. And hopefully some of these other guys who they know will start to get to know us more and know like what we're about. And we'll start getting more and more players. Because I love just being able to watch it. And for the people who follow us to watch how we can stand toe to toe against these guys. It's exciting and it's riveting to watch.
I think it can be mutually beneficial. Obviously, having those guys on our channel is great for us. And I hope that when they see what, this match turns into and the product that it is, there's a benefit for them to be themselves for their fan base, maybe grow a fan base or feed into their stuff. Like it can work both ways, and we can enjoy ourselves the whole time doing it.
Yeah, so it's just a good time.
It is
with the cameras rolling, and then it just turns into a night. Like those are the best. Playing with a pro is the best type of content. Like a 3-man scramble, a 4-man scramble. It's the best content. Just in general, it's the most entertaining. People love it. People know. People are like, "Oh shit!"
Today was
like, it's
so
cool.
fun. I think not only us, but he had a blast too. Like we all at one point, I said to Bob, I said, "This is just no matter how this ends, this has been so fun." I mean, we were cracking up.
Yeah, golf is the best.
I'm really excited for this to come out. I mean, I think this is going to
be our best video ever.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, could be. Puts a little pressure on YouTube, but never a doubt. I mean,
you're looking at 3 weeks. Don't DM me.
He will not answer.
3 weeks is strong, Jack.
Well, I think we're gonna do.
Because you got to put videos out.
Yeah, but
during those weeks.
Yeah,
too.
3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And boys, changing gears here a little bit tonight, as we get ready to close down tonight. Toca Madera.
Yeah.
Toca Madera. And the
be
only
a
thing
good
that I
time.
will say with Scott Dale, and I hope it's different today. I don't think that we've gone to the right places and took a lot of people's recommendations. We've just kind of been on the fly. The food hasn't banged the way that I would hope that it would bang. I really hope the food.
I think
bangs
tonight's going to be. I think it'll be good, but I also think it's going to be a great environment, atmosphere. I think we're going to have a blast.
I think we're gonna. I mean, we do. Last time we were in Scottsdale, we had the night where we really got after it. I think tonight is the night where we really just let it all go.
Yeah.
Is this permission to just
Yes.
Hammer
Ham
down.
slam?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Perez, by the way,
In.
yesterday was so good. He didn't have any because we had to be up essentially at like 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning to get the tea time ready. And with all those things in play, it was like Perez basically was like, I can't drink today. Like I can't do this because I know myself and it's going to be bad. And that was the best I've ever seen. Bob went in to wake you up at 5:45, 6. By 6:15, 6:20, you're out here dressed and ready to go.
Yeah, I told him last night.
So you should have fun tonight. You deserve it.
Yeah, thanks, man. I told him after it. I told him, I was like, look, you're gonna come in. I know what you're gonna fucking do. You do this shit every fucking time. You're gonna come fucking wake me up. And I said, look, and you can do it. You're gonna do it. I don't know why I'm telling you can, because you will. I said, if anyone speaks to me before 6:30, I'm gonna take them by the throat. I was like, just get me up. Do your fucking thing and leave me the fuck alone until we get into that fucking car. I don't want to hear anything from anybody when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm the worst in the morning.
And fellas, I mean, again, just a hell of a trip. We have a whole nother day. Clap it up for the boys.
Hey, clap it up now. Hey.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Scottsdale, we are coming tonight. We're coming in hot. And we will definitely be back. As Joe said, we really, really love Scottsdale. And we love Bob Does Sports, and we love you folks. So we thank you guys for joining. Be on the lookout for more content to come. A lot of announcements coming up that's going to be really interesting and fun that we've been, kind of holding. That's been in the works that we haven't been able to say
tournament.
anything. We got a tournament on the way. That's going to be
That is
incredible.
going to be fun.
So yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. Like, comment, subscribe. We love you. We appreciate you. The boys take Scottsdale tonight. That's another edition, the Bob Does Sports Podcast. Clap it up, boys.
Hey, clap it up.
Clap it up. Clap it up. Everybody together now.
What an absolute wild catch.